All right, so we are back in ArcGIS Online. I'm going to go to create a map. I'm just going to call it Map 5. And as long as I remember what Map 5 is, that's fine. So I might give myself a little hint there. Okay. Okay, so I have a blank map. I'm going to add search for layers in ArcGIS Online, and we're going to look for religious Persecution Fall 18 by Lynn Songer. That would be me. You're going to click the map, add to map, and then you're going to get rid of these two by clicking the X in the back arrow. So in the past, you have had data that came in with the layers defined. So we've got these world data layers by major religion, and if I were to click on a country, something should happen. Where is my point? There it is. So it's Algeria. It's predominantly Sunni Muslim. The country name here, the population is not showing up on this, which is interesting. But anyway, there is a value for government regulation, which is 8.6. Government favoritism is 9, and social regulation is 10. So this is considered not a great score as far as religious tolerance. Let's look at Spain. And Spain is closer to 0 with government regulation. However, Spain has a fairly high government favoritism toward one religion, and it's probably Christian Catholic because that's the predominant religion. But social regulation shows that it's pretty tolerant, so it's 0.67 and 0 is the best. So that information is available within the polygons, and if I were to click on the table, you could see the name of the country, government regulation, government favoritism, and the major religion here. Now these dots, I'm going to go ahead and open up the table showing the dots. The dots have the country population and those 3 values for government regulation, favoritism, and social regulation. So right now the dots default in ArcGIS, or the points, as just a point kind of showing where the general center of the country is. And that one, I can find some data errors as I go through this. Daggone it. Let's see, what is that supposed to be? I can't see what that is. Daggone it. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. So this is Italy. All right, so the points are just location points, and they don't add a lot of value to your map until you symbolize them. So that's what we're going to do as a new skill with this map. You're going to hover here over these shapes. It's called changing styles, and click on that, and you can see that those points were set to show just the location. And I want you to choose government favoritism, government regulation, or social regulation as your map focus. So I want to look at government favoritism. So I'm going to choose that attribute to be mapped. And you can see now that those points turn into proportional symbols, showing where there is more government regulation and where there are government favoritism and where there is not. So you can see here in the Congo, government favoritism is pretty low. Government regulation is really low. There's some social regulation, but it's not very much. But this dot here in this unknown place, oh, come on, there we go, in Equatorial Guinea is pretty large. Its government favoritism is 5.7. One thing that is known about humans is they don't differentiate. What if I got 5 circles here? And that's fine, but fewer circles would be best. So we're going to, after you choose whatever value you want to show, you're going to click on Options, the Counts and Amounts by Size, and you're going to choose to classify the data into 4 classes. Instead of 5 circles, I only want 4. So if that's good enough for you, you can leave it at that. But I like to have a little more control, so I'm going to go back into Options, and I'm going to open this up. And under the symbols, I want to choose red. And somewhere here there should be a box to say OK. There it is. OK. So I chose an orange. Now, once I get that, I can also click the legend. And now I could make a choropleth map that would show, because this is the more favoritism, I might want to show that with kind of an inflammatory red color. This is the least, so I'm going to go with yellow, and then maybe tamp that down. Some of it is, can I see the difference between those two? Yeah, I think I can. So now I have a map that shows government favoritism by proportional symbols, and it's a choropleth map because the color of the symbol actually goes along with the value. So now I've got my religious persecution map, and I've got my religions. One more thing I can do here is I could change the name of that to government favoritism. And just because I'm working on the fly here, let's make sure that's spelled right. Yep. Okay, we're good. So I've changed the title of that to government favoritism, and I think I'm going to change this to major religion. Okay. Now, if you turn this layer off, when you add this to your story map, that will not be available. So you want to make sure that you have all of those on. And then I want you to zoom in to a country that you would like to do a little research on. Don't zoom in so far that all you see is that country. You want to zoom out a little bit so that you can see some of the other countries around it. You're going to save. And you're going to share everyone. You're going to copy that cute little URL. No, you're not. You don't need that. And say done. Cool. All right. And then the last step, of course, as far as the mapping, not the research, I'm assuming you all kind of understand the research aspect. So you're going to open up your web map. Oh, did I open up the wrong thing? I did. Let's go back. Yeah, the web mapping application. So I'm going to open this up. I'm going to start editing. I'm going to add a new tab. And And I'm going to connect to the map that I just created. Select a map. I made one earlier. I think it's this one. Make sure to check your legend so that it gets added. Add the map. So here you go. That is, I've got the government favoritism values there, and I have the religious types. This is good for adding all of my information. I'm going to save. And under share, do not give me this website or this web link. Give me this one. Do not give me that one. Give me that one.